going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So West Virginia's offense takes the field to start this game off. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback,
he's got it along the sideline. And defense. Gash, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Gives it on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off and running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Can they catch him? Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Houston! Great job by the back on the option.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
West Virginia, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll do it himself. Powers through the defender. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Finds his man. It's Gallagher. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. Fights off a defender.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense comes.
Touchdown, West Virginia!
Tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. On the ground with the counter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling right and going deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Finds a man by himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Wallace. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Toss to the outside. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Got enough for the first. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Finds some fresh air. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. On the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cougars. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you could tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
West Virginia, 14.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gallagher. Let's take a second here and think about West Virginia. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great...
Breaks into the open. No, he got loose. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers. extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. They send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Wallace. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
West Virginia, 21.
On the move from inside is 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
First down, West Virginia.
To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Back to pass on second down. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Cook. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now they'll run the draw. Gets it past the marker. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. It's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Now, you know it's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make him make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover in the backfield.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a gap. It's Wallace. Got room at the 35. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the lone running back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? You're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Wallace. There he goes. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
42, West Virginia, 24.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle. Oh, a lot of space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
West Virginia.
Off the play fake on 1st down. They're working that left side. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Mountaineers in the hurry up.
Down West Virginia.
Off play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it on the run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll go to the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake now to throw. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. Turning it on. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're fat.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
49, West Virginia, 31.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Final play of the quarter coming. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Using his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll take it himself. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But
oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right. Absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finding open areas. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Down West Virginia.
The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Here comes the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Penn State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Tackled at the 31, they'll give him 6 on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They're facing a 3rd down. Rides to back and leaves it. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Houston! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Guys, let's take a big view here on West Virginia. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Touchdown, Mountaineer! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. He has been surgical, precision passes. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now
breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Downfield and incomplete. Holds. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Ward. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready. Using his feet to buy time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. But a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
It'll be 3rd and long.
3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the 4th quarter, and you need touchdowns. Like, you got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to happen to get back in this ballgame.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defense